To create a customer in Logi Suite, you have two ways of accessing the customer profile from the main menu. First, you have the ability to go to the maintenance module, and the very first link is your customer's entry under the profiles. You also have a quick access icon to your customers from the home bar of the main menu, which can be seen no matter which module you're in. Go ahead and click either of the two, and the system will take you to the customer list screen, where here you will have all of your existing customers. You can make searches for a particular customer, export your customer list to Excel, right click to create a copy of an existing profile, or simply create new. Once the new record tab is open, the system will generate the customer ID for you automatically. It can be created in one of two ways, either a numerical consecutive number or using the first three letters of the first name and first three letters of the second name entered in the customer name field. Both of these options are system settings that can be configured so that they are automatically created for you. I'm going to go ahead and enter in a customer name, address. You could drop down to the zip code and simply enter the zip code to populate city, state, and country. This works only for US and Canadian zip codes. The rest you will have to just enter the information manually. Okay, you can declare whether it's going to be a prospect or an active customer, non-active or on hold. If a customer is placed on hold, they will not be allowed to be linked to any transaction in the system. And then of course what type of account this is, whether it's a shipper, consignee, it could be both, depending on the case, third party or agent. You can declare a default agent or broker so that whenever you use this customer on a shipment, whoever you declare here automatically populates for you. And then you have the main contact for this particular profile. Just under that, we've got tabs where we're going to declare additional information regarding this customer profile. So first is your list of additional contacts. You can right click to add. Let's go ahead and say no to this for now. And here you'll go ahead and add the contact name, the type of contact they are, which type you will find in the maintenance module. Under customer types, here you can go ahead and declare the different types, whether you want to say it's a regular, VIP, I don't know, whatever type of accounts you want to declare. Feed your options to that list, and then you'll see them appear here in the type drop down. Just some more information about that contact. And then you can declare what sort of documents they should receive in the email distribution lists when this account is a shipper or when they are a consignee or an agent. Under the rates section, here you can default any cargo storage rates, whether you're going to charge them by weight, cubic, the period, and things like that, how many free days you're going to give them in the warehouse. If you do not want to declare this at the customer level, there are system settings where you can declare this at a general spectrum. However, if you do have a customer that you have particular rates for, this is where you would go ahead and declare that. Okay, if this profile is type agent, which is this little checkbox over here, you can go ahead and enter in the agent information like their IATA code, FMC number, percentage of commission that they're going to get as a destination agent for consolidation, direct shipments, or when they act as a forwarding agent for you. Under bill delivery address, if this particular customer, which now you see we have an ID created, the billing address is not the same as the physical shipping address, you can go ahead and enter it here, and you can create a profile separately for that. That way, whenever you generate an invoice for this customer, whatever information you have declared here will be the one that appears in the Bill To section of that customer. In accounting, once again, here you've got your customer types. If there's a sales rep tied to this particular customer or customer service rep, you can go ahead and declare that here. To the right, you've got different ID types that you can declare. These can be used later on for your SCD or ACE filings, where this information will automatically populate for you there, and then you'll just put the ID number next to it. Notifications. This is a very important part about the customer profile. So how to set up your customer for automatic email notifications from the system. Go ahead and enable this checkbox so that all the fields become enabled for you to manipulate. You will go ahead and enter the sample email address. One or multiple addresses can be entered here. Just follow the example right below. And then you are going to either select all or simply select the areas of the system when you want your customer to be notified. For example, when you receive cargo in their warehouse facility, after completing the warehouse receipt, the system will ask if you want to notify your customer. When you click yes, these recipients will go ahead and receive that notification of what was received in the transaction number. Same sort of philosophy goes for airway bills, bills of lading, truck orders, and so on. Warnings tab. This is for internal use. You can set up a warning in each one of the modules so they can be separate warnings. As you see here, it opens up in tabs. Let's say this has been a delinquent customer and we're going to say do not receive cargo. Something like that. Must file customs at origin. Something like that for the ocean import, things of that nature. Now when this customer is used on any one of these particular modules, if there's a warning, that message will pop up for the user that is creating the transaction. Now once again, this is a warning, it's just a message. They will be able to continue the operation after clicking OK to that message. On the web tab is where you will create the login accounts for your customer to log into the web portal. So the tracking site so that they can view and track the status of their cargo, look at their invoices, any images or documents that you create for them. Again, you're going to right click to add, and that's going to give you your new user details window where you're going to go ahead and enter your user ID, your password, the full name and email of the individual. If you don't want them to change their password, if they're going to be an admin, if it's an agent account, go ahead and check off the corresponding checkboxes there. I do suggest that in comments you enter the password. In case your customer forgets it, you don't have to reset it. You can just open up their profile and see what password you entered above. Then you have the ability to select what modules you want them to see. So maybe you want them to see what's on hand, the truck orders you created, but nothing on the exporting side, or vice versa. If you want them to see the invoices you create for them, go ahead and check off AB invoices as well. Once you click OK, your user will be created there for you, and then you can click send by email to go ahead and have an email sent out to your customer with the login details. EDI tab will be for LogiSuite purpose. If you decide to create EDI integrations with a customer or a vendor, we'll go ahead and fill out this section for you so that the EDIs can be sent in the structure declared here. Calls and visits is a tab that is found linked to the calls and visits application in the sales management module. So in calls and visits, if you declare anything for this profile when they were a lead or a prospect, they will transfer over to the customer profile. If you didn't start through sales management, right here you can still record for your live customers any calls, visits, emails that you had contact with this particular customer. So when you do that, the main information about the customer appears. You can select the event that it was, and then any appointments or follow-ups that need to be made. If you want to follow up, go ahead and state the dates that you want to follow up in 10 days, let's say, and the system will calculate that date for you, or you can take it off and that removes it there. During that call, if you're going to capture details about the different trade lanes that customer has, we do have some sort of monthly volume for air, LCL, and FCL that you can fill out and then run reports based on this data. And then just general comments down at the bottom. When you save and close, that information will be stored here for you so you can come back and visit. Account history is a tab that does get filled out automatically by the system. As you start invoicing this customer, the information will appear here. The last section is general comments. These can be used for shipment instructions. Okay, so if this customer is used on a booking, whatever comments you have entered here will appear in the shipment instructions section on the bookings for ocean export as well. Now on the customer profile, you can attach documents or images. Just click attach and browse through your desktop for those. So if you have a quote or a contract or anything particular that's related to this customer and you want to keep on file, you can do so here. You can also print a summary of the profile you have for them or check the denied party screening to see if they're approved or not. Once you save and close, that record is created for you and you are good to go.